In this video, I'll show you how I made $25,000 from scratch. I used social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, but with a tweak that not many people know about. So after years of testing, reading, purchasing programs, I finally cracked the code to something that I like to call the money on demand system. In 2022, I felt that things weren't going as I wanted to. I was still struggling with my health and I needed a little bit more of a hands-free system to leverage my efforts. So I was looking for a system that would allow me to work smarter and still earn an income online that I would be happy with. For me, freedom is one of the most important things. And that's the reason why I do this online business. And hopefully this can help you too. So I came across this book by Alex Hormozi. And when I went through this book, I realized that I could do things in a much better way. So I took principles out of this book and I applied this to affiliate marketing, because essentially this book is about creating your own offers, your own products. And I've done that as well. But at that point, I was focusing a lot more on affiliate marketing and I wanted to find a way to actually apply the teachings from Alex's book. There were two things that I learned that can get you that sale. And we're not talking about tiny sales. We're talking about high ticket commissions. And those things are getting the attention of people. That's the first thing. And attention, as I learned from this book, is essentially the new oil. So the more attention you can get, the more people are going to see what you're offering, and then they're going to end buying from you. So I applied this idea using social media platforms. And we're going to be talking about that in this video and how you can actually give value to people, which translates into clients and people buying from you, even if it's not your product. And when I read this book, I realized that I was doing this to some extent, but now I knew exactly how to do it by design, intentionally. So now that I knew how to get the attention, how to give value to people, I knew how to get the sale, but I needed a product. And that's when I went through the internet and I searched for a product that would pay me high ticket commissions. And that's what I did. The way that I do it, I like to go to sites like, for example, Munchai. You can also go to Digistore. Depending on which niche you're into, you can essentially choose that by going here to the left side of the menu. The digital products are here. You can go to business and investment. And I would search by earning sale, either in euros or USD, whatever, you would like to do. And then essentially I just find products here that pays me at least $500. I like products that pays me at least $1,000 in commission. So that is what I do when I want to generate results fast. And this is one of those ways. Now on Munchai, for example, you can also find these kind of products. On the left side, you have big launches, which are usually products that pays higher commissions. And here's an example of that. For example, on ClickBank, here on the left side, you're going to find an icon which tells you on which network they are promoting this product or products. You can find JVZoo, Warrior Plus, ClickBank. And as you can see here, this product is paying $3,050% on a $3,497 product. So this is an example of what you could do. So what you could do is you could go in here and try to get approved. The key here, in my opinion, is to find a product that pays you high ticket commissions. But the same principle can be applied to any of these products that you can find here on Munchai. I just like to use this one. You can find products on different networks, such as I mentioned, Digistore, but also on ClickBank. But the main key idea here is to find a product like this one. In my case, the results that I generated was with a high ticket offer. It was at mine. You can apply this to either your own or as an affiliate. Now let's get back to one of the two keys that I learned, which helped me in generating these kind of results. So the first thing is attention. So if we define attention, it says notice taken of someone or something, the regarding of someone or something as interesting or important. So how do you get this? How do you get notice taken, or the attention of people essentially? Well, there are several ways, but the main key idea that you have to ask yourself, how can I get people to see what I'm offering. One of the easiest ways are using social media platforms. Is one better than others? Some might think so. Some might are faster, but in general, the key idea is to ask yourself, where are people hanging out? If you can define that, the people that might be interested in your product, that might be a good place to start. So, for example, you're watching right now, you're watching a video on YouTube. This is a way of generating that attention, right? And then there are other social media platforms. TikTok is really, really fast in that sense. I'm in the make money online niche. So what I would do is I would search for make money online, and then I would search for videos that has tons of views. And when I say tons of views, I'm talking about 100K views up to millions of views, like the ones that you see here. And the reason for this is because, or the logic behind this is that if you can find videos that are getting already this kind of attention, in this case, you can see millions of views, right? If you can find that, and if you can replicate those kind of videos, then this is a good start, right? And I've done this myself. I repeat this process, and essentially it's by modeling what's actually working online. And the same principle applies to any of these social media platforms. So you can take one of those social media platforms, or you can take them all, right? But if you want to start somewhere, you can start with TikTok. If you want to do Instagram, you can do that. But the main key, in my opinion, is learning or understanding that the attention is the key. Some find it easier to make those videos. Some find it easier to make long form content. The key is to get started and stay consistent, right? Now, what I've learned though is that TikTok is usually pretty fast. Instagram is also pretty fast. So think about that. If you make the decision to focus on one or two, just a few of these platforms, and start posting on a regular basis, if you can every day or at least 4 or 5 days a week. That's what I did when I started. And be, consistent with that process. If you can do that, what I personally believe is if you do that, you can see results pretty fast. And in 90 days, there's a high chance that you can get results. And you can share with those people what you're doing. And the main purpose of this is to drive traffic. Okay? That's the main idea. That's the reason to create videos. It doesn't matter if you use, if you AI, or if you are recording videos like I'm doing right now. The key is to start producing those videos. Usually what I found that stop people from doing any of these things is that they start to doubt themselves if it's actually working. But let's think about that for a moment. If you see the people here, for example, they're posting these videos and they're getting results. This person here, you can see that she's sending people to a link, right? And that's the main idea. You want to use your profiles to send people to an offer. Now, if you're doing affiliate marketing, essentially you just have to forward people to that offer. What I like to do is to send people to an opt-in form, which is essentially just a form where people can enter their email address in exchange for valuable information. And that takes us to the next step. So in my opinion, there's two initial components that I can think about. One of those things is to provide value when you're creating those videos. For example, you can have a look at what's been created, okay? And you can try to find those videos that you feel comfortable creating or modeling, right? Because the idea is to model those kind of videos and do something very, very similar. And that's the way you can provide value by creating a video like this one. You can provide value by going to Facebook, for example, and start posting in your stories on your profile. You can create a group like this one here. For example, I post videos to my Facebook group. You can see what I'm doing here, right? You can model what I'm doing and you can do something similar, right? And you can see this simple image here has generated 551. I don't know if that's views. Yes, those are views. So you can see it's powerful. It's just about staying consistent. And then I just got back from Gran Canaria in Spain, and I took some videos, some, pictures, so on. And then I just posted my results while I was there. And some might say, yeah, but this is your product. True. But I was doing the same thing when I was promoting other people's products. And I still promote other people's products, but I focus more on my own products right now. The key is in the attention and by giving value. But there are some things to giving value that I haven't talked about yet. And I think that this thing that I'm going to be talking about right now can help you, even if you have very little traffic. Okay. And this is a way of supercharging this value to people, because when someone sees that you are giving them real world value, they feel that they can trust you, you're building rapport. And that way is going to be so much easier to get that sale. At least that is what I've experienced. Okay. And let me show you what I'm referring to. So essentially what I do is I use a page builder like Commission Gorilla. I've used this for many, many years. And I guess use it. I like it because it's very, very simple to use. But the main idea here is that you want to use some kind of page builder. I've used Google Documents for this purpose, and Google Documents is free, right? And essentially what I do, I just set this up like the offer that I'm promoting, and then I add my own kind of offers. And I'm talking about creating some kind of value to the person buying this. Like, for example, right? In this case, I'm promoting my own offer, but you could do the same thing. And I was doing the same thing, and I've done the same thing for several years, but now I understand the reason why this worked. And one of the reasons is because it's actually showing people that you actually want to help them, is building that rapport. Okay. You're giving so much value that they're going to pay you with, well, attention. Maybe that might be the first thing, but also they think that, okay, or they feel like, okay, I'm going to pay you because you've given me so much, right? So as you can see here, I've created bonuses for my own product, but you can apply the same idea to any offer. So if you think about what you're promoting, is there something that you could provide in terms of maybe your time, helping them a little bit more? Maybe you can create a cheat sheet that helps them track things or make it a little bit easier. Maybe you can create something for them, like a bonus page for them, or something that's going to help them. Maybe you can talk to them on Messenger to help them, like a kind of a support, something like that. Create simple things. And you can do this by creating documents with, Google Documents. You can record simple videos, or they can have access to you if they purchase that specific program. The key is in identifying that. This goes a long way. I've done this. I do this each time. Okay. And it gets me results. Okay. That's essentially what I do. So you want to focus on that. So we talked about finding a product. We talked about attention, which is very important. And there's so many different ways. Just focus on one or two and start posting. And that's the first thing. The next thing is about value, giving value. This is a simple way. These are simple tools that you can use, right? And this is not based on fluff. This is not based on theory. This is based on what I do on a daily basis. And you can take this to the level that you want. Okay. Some people want to make tons of money, and that's fine if they want to do that. For me, I'm happy if the money's coming in, but it's more important for me to have the freedom, right? And if I work smart, I can make more with less time and less effort.